Good evening, this is Gavriel Jacknin, and welcome to Halacha Day number 1061, Halacha that keeps the Yetzer Hara Away. We're continuing with the rules concerning the blessings said before enjoying food, drinks, and fragrances, and today's Halacha is very practical. So here we go. You must not pause longer than it would take to utter a short greeting between the blessing over the food and eating it. This happens sometimes when people are learning the blessings and learning more about Judaism. You're supposed to say the blessing, Baruch atah Hashem, Elokeinu melech haolam, Borei Pri Eitz, right away, take a bite, chew, swallow. That's what you're supposed to do. What if you say the blessing and then you pause? Or you start talking, we'll see it's a problem. But the pause is going to be a problem if it's longer than a short greeting. So it says in the footnote, the short greeting would be, Shalom Aleichem Rebbe, Umori, peace to you, my Rebbe and my teacher. Meaning if that's how long your pause is, that's going to be a problem. This time interval applies only when pausing in silence. Speaking constitutes an interruption even if only one word is uttered. So again, one word between that blessing and eating the food is already considered an interruption. Even while chewing, you may not pause until you swallow it. For chewing or tasting do not require a blessing. See paragraph 7. Now, if after the blessing, but before eating, you interrupted by saying something that was unrelated to the meal, then you must repeat the blessing. So you say, Baruch atah Hashem, Elokeinu melech haolam, Borei Pri Eitz. Well, who do you think is going to win the Super Bowl this year? Eat the fruit, right? That would be a problem. He's got to make a new bracha. Any delay, however, if you pause silently, then you need not repeat the bracha. So he paused before eating. He should have done that, but he does not need to make a new blessing. Any delay which is necessary for the purpose of the meal is not considered an interruption. This is very fascinating. Therefore, if you wish to eat a portion of a large fruit, which you must cut up into small pieces, then you should recite the blessing while the fruit is still whole, for it is considered an enhancement of a mitzvah to say a blessing over something that is whole, and the pause caused by cutting up the fruit is not considered an interruption, because this cutting is necessary in order to eat the fruit. On the other hand, if you wish to eat a fruit, and this is the only one available, and you have none other, and there is reason to suspect that this fruit contains worms, which would make it unfit to be eaten, then you must open it up and examine it before reciting the blessing. So it's interesting. We see this a lot on Shabbos with the challah, right? We always make a blessing on the whole challah. Baruch atah Hashem, Elokeinu melech haolam, motzi lechem haaretz. Then you start cutting the challah, and that could be, 15 seconds before that challah gets to your mouth, to other people's mouths. But that's not considered an interruption because it's an enhancement to the mitzvah to make the blessing over the whole challah. And it's part of the blessing's part of the action. But if it's not part of the action, or the words aren't part of the action, part of the mitzvah, part of the bracha, then that's considered a problem, and we don't want to do that. So there you have it. Thanks for listening. That was 1061 to sponsor future Halacha 36 100 for the gold. See you tomorrow.